I'm Eve Steele and I wrote Work It Out and I'm also playing one of the parts.
And I'm Sarah Frankcom and I'm directing Work It Out.
I was in a Zumba class a few years ago with a friend of mine, and she's kind of a bit fiery but quite nice, average sort of person, not somebody who's got a problem with violence. But she said to me between tracks, she said, if she dances in front of me one more time, I'm going to punch her in the face. And I thought, there's a bit of capacity for drama here. And I just started to think about, if that's like quite an average fitness class and people are feeling like that, then what's it going to be like if you get people who are sort of a bit on the edge in their lives? I've kind of like had a bit of a tumultuous life, and I've had my own issues with mental health and addiction, and I sort of am friends with a lot of people and try and support a lot of people with that as well. So I'm kind of really interested in flawed characters and people who are maybe finding life quite difficult.
There's something about what happens to people when they're out of their comfort zones, and their whatever kind of confidence you might have in the outside world, or also whatever things might have happened to you, when you're in real time, in real space, with someone giving you some instructions to follow, or you're breaking a sweat. Like, it's a great equalizer. And I love that about this play, that we kind of watch people kind of all being put in the same position at the same time. Can I ask you a little bit about the characters and kind of where they came from, and kind of, because they're a very particular group of people.
There's a grandma and a granddaughter who, incidentally, are not very kind and respectful to each other, but absolutely love each other. And I love that kind of relationship. And in fact, I have known relationships like that myself as well, or observed them. And I think it's so interesting, that way that people can love each other so fiercely and yet talk so kind of like abusively at times, or just really disrespectfully, and really take the piss out of each other.
But when I read the play the first time, what I didn't expect was to laugh so much. And I think that's something that I really do find authentic to the experience of people who have had a lot of stuff to deal with in their lived experience. But actually, one of the key ways that they start to kind of bond as a group is actually sometimes through a sense of humour, and through finding the humour in the situation that they're in. We're very early on in rehearsals, but they do create a feeling of wanting to take them all home. Yeah. They're such kind of, they're a very eclectic group of individuals, but they're all very winning and very lovable in a way. And I just think they're a group of people that I wanted to hang out with for a bit, and I'm very pleased to be on that journey.
I don't think it pulls its punches, the play, hopefully, and there's some sort of tough and gritty stuff in there as well, but none of that needs to be bleak or sort of like depressing. It's just like there's some tough things, but they will have a laugh and they'll confront these things as well, and they'll find moments of joy and celebration, plenty of joy and celebration, and top tunes to dance to.
In a sentence, what do you want people to be taking away from this?
I think I want people to remember that even though there's so much awful stuff happening in the world, and it is legitimately difficult for us to deal with that, there are still these amazing acts of generosity and heroism happening day to day, and our humanity and our love for our fellow people can carry us through.
And kindness.
Kindness, yeah.
A celebration of kindness.
Yeah. So yeah, thinking about what people will come away from this with, I'm thinking individual moments that I hope will stay with them. There's some good set pieces. I think there'll be good set pieces anyway, because we've got a great cast. And there'll be some moments where people can really shine and do some amazing dancing. I also hope there'll be some comical moments where you see a load of people who can't dance and who can't move very easily trying to, and sort of like failing and then improving.
There's nothing that I love more than having my expectations overturned, and some of the assumptions that I've made about the people that I meet in a play and the characters I meet in a play being kind of cut down. And I think this play does that. I think this play kind of celebrates the amazing kind of ability of people to actually kind of change some things about their behaviour. This play also kind of does a really special thing of allowing us to see a group of people fall back in love with life and to feel a renewed sense of purpose and a renewed sense of within themselves, it was deep within themselves, of the value of their life.
I would love that. If people could leave here falling back in love with life, that would be great.